What's up, guys? Shake Rattle and Roll coming back at you with another video, and today we are doing another 2021 NFL mock draft. The divisional round just ended yesterday, and I just got an alert 17 minutes ago that Justin Fields has declared for the 2021 NFL draft. So, that's like okay news, I guess. I'm an Ohio State fan, so it's like, I didn't. He probably should stay another year just to show that he still has, I don't know. But Justin Fields is a really, really good player. What am I even talking about? Don't forget to subscribe to me, please. Thank you. And now let's actually get into the mock draft. Stop talking about Justin Fields. We'll talk about him when it's his turn to get picked. Number 1, it's obviously Trevor Lawrence to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Could Justin Fields go? I say no. I think it's just Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and the Urban Meyer connection at Ohio State. But it was never a connection at Ohio State because Justin Fields didn't come till last year, and Ryan Day was still head coach. So that doesn't make sense. But Trevor Lawrence to the Jaguars is a must. So Jets here at number 2. I say Zach Wilson is trending up draft boards for some reason. So, I'm confused why. I think Justin Fields is the better player. But the Jets are the Jets, right? So, I think the Jets are going to take Zach Wilson, the quarterback out of BYU. I just think it's going to happen. There you go. Now, Justin Fields has to wait his turn. Dolphins, I think this is Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, Ja'Marr Chase, and Jalen Waddle are 1A, 1B, 1C. They all are very, very good, but they all are different talents. They are all very, very good. But I think you look at Devontae Smith, and Ja'Marr Chase hasn't played in a year of college football, and Jalen Waddle's been injured most of this season. And then Devontae Smith, it's his time to shine, and he dominated this year college football. So I say Devontae Smith goes to the Dolphins here at number 3. With the Falcons, number 4, this is where Justin Fields goes. The Georgia connection. Justin Fields originally went to Georgia and transferred to Ohio State. Justin Fields doesn't sometimes take sacks when he should just throw the ball away because he tries to make a big play when you just have to throw it away. So that's something Justin Fields has to work on, but he's an overall very, very good player. The Bengals. This is Penei Sewell all day. If that draft board works out like that, no way the Bengals pass up on Penei Sewell. He is a very, very, very good tackle, and the Bengals do need it very, very much, as they can't let Joe Burrow get injured again. The Eagles. Corner is their top need, even though linebacker is, in my opinion. So with this pick, I think they're going to go Patrick Surtain. If he's still available, get yourselves a shutdown corner. I think it help fix their secondary. It's not going to fully fix it by any means, but Patrick Surtain to the Philadelphia Eagles makes a ton of sense. The Detroit Lions. This is Ja'Marr Chase for me. I just feel like Ja'Marr Chase, I don't know what I feel. Alright, yeah, I remember what I was going to say. The Lions, Marvin Jones, Kenny Golladay, both could walk in free agency if they need to. So, you need a receiver. They don't have anything outside of Marvin Jones or Kenny Golladay, at all. I mean, Danny Amendola, he's a slot wide receiver. I wouldn't call that a true number 1 wide receiver like Ja'Marr Chase could be. So, Ja'Marr Chase is a pick. The Panthers. With Trey Lance on the board, it's kind of tempting to make him go QB. But ultimately, I think the temptation of Kyle Pitts still being on the board and make your offense electric. Teddy Bridgewater, Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, Robbie Anderson, Kyle Pitts. that offense would be one of the best in the NFL. And no question about it. So that's a really, really good addition to the Carolina Panthers. The Broncos now. I think this is where they go secondary. I just think they need to sit too much. Bryce Callahan, AJ Boye getting up there in age. Kareem Jackson as well. Caleb Farley, still new to the position, as he was a wide receiver originally. Caleb Farley to the Denver Broncos would make pretty much a lot of sense. As the Cowboys up, I say you go Kwity Paye with this pick just because they kind of need help on the edge. Marcus Lawrence and Aldon Smith, I wouldn't qualify that young, as they're both what? Marcus Lawrence is probably 27, 28. Aldon Smith's probably 31, right? Yeah, Kwity Paye to the Cowboys would help them get younger on the edge, and they weren't good on the edge at all this year. So I think that's a really, really solid fit there. And then the New York Giants now. They need linebacker very, very badly. And with Micah Parsons still on the board, I say you go Micah Parsons all day. I understand they could go Jalen Waddle because they don't have much of a weapon or a separator, but with Micah Parsons still on the board, it's too much to pass up. Niners, this is Trey Lance all day. They need QB. They don't need it. Let's say that. They got in. Jimmy Garoppolo's inconsistent and kind of injury prone. And with Trey Lance still on the board, you can't pass that up. Now the Chargers, this is tackle. Who's the best one available? Let's go Sam Cosmi out of Texas. Just makes too much sense there. They need a left tackle, and you gotta protect Justin Herbert like what the Bengals said. Sam Cosmi is a really, really big addition. And then the Vikings. I say they take Rashawn Slater here, move him into play guard because the Vikings don't have a lot of offensive guards. They don't really have one. He says, if I do say so myself. So, and Rashawn Slater has played very, very solid for Northwestern, and I think that's a very solid fit. Patriots. Now this is tough. It really is. I think they could go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, but with Jalen Waddle still on the board, Bill Belichick would use Bill Belichick. I don't know why I said chick, like weird, but Jalen Waddle would be electric in Bill Belichick's offense. He would be used in so many ways, and Jalen Waddle would be a really, really good fit there. The Cardinals coming up here. I think with J.C. Horn still on the board, they go J.C. Horn. I get that they could go running back, or they do need help on the edge a little bit. That's kind of tempting, but I think the only problem with J.C. Horn is that he holds on for a bit too long. Maybe get PI or defensive holding called. But that's coaching. You can very easily coach that up. Now the Raiders, they need help on the edge kind of badly in my opinion, as they don't really do it all that much. They don't really have a true pass rush. Cleveland Farrell and Max Crosby, I get that they're pretty solid, but Raiders almost get no pressure on the edge. So Joseph Ossai at Texas would be a really, really solid pick up there. Now the Dolphins, you pair. Alright, this is a fun storyline. I think they redo the trio of Tua, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith with this pickup. Najee Harris would be a super, super electric player. He's really, really good. He's like Derrick Henry in a lot of ways. That's who you could compare him to. Football team, I think this is a QB. Alex Smith getting up there in age. They just released Taylor Heineke like a month ago, but Kyle Allen is struggles. And then Taylor Heineke is not your future. You could go Mac Jones. Probably take a receiver and offensive tackle in the second round. And then Mac Jones, two back-to-back Alabama players. Mac Jones would just gotta get him weapons. So that's what the concerning part is. As he had so many weapons at Alabama. That's why he was electric. But Mac Jones to the Washington football team, it would be really, really solid. Now the Bears. Christian Darrisaw's on the board. No way you pass up. I get that they need QB. They got probably one of the, I don't want to say this, but I was going to say the worst, but they have definitely one of the worst quarterback rooms in the NFL. But Christian Darrisaw, their offensive line is also really, really not that great. Really, really bad, and I said really, really not that great. That doesn't make sense, but it's really not that great. So Christian Darrisaw to the Bears would be really solid. And now the Colts. I don't know what the Colts do, to be completely honest. Because they could go receiver, but you don't know what the other receivers do that haven't played because of injury. But this is a tough one. This is one of the tougher ones. I'm just gonna. So I've ultimately decided that I say the Colts go with Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama. He plays at Alabama. Anthony Costanzo just retired, so I think Alex Leatherwood to the Colts would make a lot of sense there. So there's that. That's my reasoning there. The Titans. They just need help on the edge too much. Gregory Rousseau is a project player for sure. He's new to the position, but Gregory Rousseau could be coached by Mike Vrabel, who actually played defense for the Patriots. I think Gregory Rousseau to the Titans actually make a ton of sense. So there's that. Now the Jets here. This is Travis Etienne. With a running back his caliber still on the board, you can't really pass up, in my opinion. As they need running back a ton. Frank Gore and LaMichael Pirine, trust me, are not it. Tyler Johnson as well. No way. Travis Etienne is it, as he is very, very solid. The Steelers now. I say you go Jalen Mayfield with a pick. I just say they don't really have much of a right tackle. Chuma Ekfora, I don't know how to say his name, but he is not it at right tackle. Jalen Mayfield is a pretty solid player. And now the Jacksonville Jaguars on the board now. And I can see them going a number of things here. I don't just really think they need wide receiver. I think you could go Elijah Vera-Tucker as well. There are a lot of pretty solid linebackers, but I think you just need to get a left tackle. As Cam Robinson is a free agent, and Liam Eichenberg is still available. So Liam Eichenberg to the Jags is a pretty solid fit there. As my Browns, this is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah all day. They need linebackers so badly. They let 35-year-old Chad Henne scramble and almost get the first down. I mean, it's just rough at linebacker for the Browns. They don't have any linebackers. And Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is a very solid option. He played great for Notre Dame so far this year. And now the Ravens. With a receiving talent like Rashad Bateman still on the board, I don't think the Ravens pass up. They don't have receivers that separate at all, really. They're not that great. They need a true weapon, and Rashad Bateman truly is that. Saints now. I think they need linebacker not really bad. Drew Brees, last game yesterday as a New Orleans Saint. Zaven Collins will come in and play linebacker, I guess. But Drew Brees' last game was yesterday, so that's really sad for the NFL world. But now the Buccaneers. I think they might go receiver. I really do. But I ultimately think that they kind of need help on the edge. Shaq Barrett's a free agent. JPP's getting up there in age. Azeez Ojulari's on the board. I think Azeez Ojulari would be a really solid fit in with the Bucs. The Bills. They need another corner other than Tre'Davious White. And with Eric Stokes still on the board, I think they go Eric Stokes. Really solid player there. So that's a pretty solid fit, I guess. Now the Packers. This is either Terrace Marshall Jr. or Nick Bolton. But I ultimately decided that the Packers probably aren't going to take Terrace Marshall because the Packers don't know how to take receivers. They just don't do it. But Terrace Marshall Jr. The Green Bay Packers.